Welcome to the stream. Today we are doing another Magic Online stream, and we're doing practice matches with two different decks. One is going to be Beater's deck, and the other one is going to be Dorks list. For the Beater's list, we are changing into a little bit of a different direction, mostly more aggressive direction. The changes that we're performing here is dropping the Nisas, even though I like Nisas, and the current meta seeing the blue-white control, inverter matchups, and so forth. I feel like we need more aggressive approach, and that is to add more avatars of Resolute. Being a 3-2, potentially being pumped to much higher, is a significant threat here. Thus, two Nisas down, up in the avatar to one more, and we add in one Ozolith here, mainly to have that at hand against the blue-white control. Unfortunately, last league we played, we didn't have that many. Hopefully today we're gonna see more Ozolith. The sideboard is the same, although I am thinking right now about dropping the Soul Guide Lanterns and putting in the Abrupt Decays, but we will discuss that a little bit later. For the Dorks list, slight changes from the last time you've seen it as well. One minor one is adding the Thought Seizes, of course, adding the Fatal Pushes in the sideboard, adding one single Hangerback Walker, and that is for the Vivian. If we get to reach -5, I would like to bring the Hangerback Walker in case we have the Ozolith and Leap on the field. So we're just moving one from main board to the sideboard. Other than that, everything else is the same. For the main board, it's up in the Vivians to one more, since we took out a Hangerback Walker, and everything else is mostly the same. So let's come back to the beaters. This is what we're going to be testing first. I am going to drop the Soul Guide Lanterns. Not that many graveyard focused decks here. What we're going to add is going to be some either Evil Leaps, which are nice to have against blue-white control and some other control matchups, especially removal heavy black etc. matchups. But what we will start testing with is Abrupt Decays in the sideboard. We'll add two Abrupt Decays in the sideboard, in addition to Assassin's Trophy and Golgari Charms, although Golgari Charms I feel like is more useful against the enchantment theme. And this is what we're going to start with first. I could remove the Fatal Pushes in the sideboard since we have Abrupt Decays, but considering how we fared with land drops, I would like to have pushes handy too. So let's take this for a spin. Let's play a couple practice matches here. Let's hope we get a decent matchup here going. Got a match. Go in second. And if you're interested in what I have to say about the new spoilers that are coming up for the Core Set 2021, make sure to stay tuned. Right after we finish this, we will discuss the spoilers and hopefully go to Magic Arena for some historic matchups. So if you're interested in that, make sure to stay on the stream. Alright, so we have 4 lands, we have Wine Constrictor, absolutely no 1-drops. And I feel like it's going to be a mulligan here. 2 lands, Wine Constrictor, Experiment 1, Rishkar, Avatar, and Ballista. I like this hand. Certainly a keep. Out of all of these cards, I would like to drop Rishkar on the bottom. Why? Well, it's the only legendary that we have in our deck. I would not like to have another one show up, especially if we're playing against a blue-white control. And otherwise, Walking Ballista is a nice removal, Avatar is a nice threat, as well as counter generator on the Experiment 1. So overall, I would like to keep the hand I have right now. Opponent is mulliganing down to 4, either he's having a very bad hand or day, or he's playing combo and he's just looking for the pieces. Being on a play, I'm not sure that, especially playing red, he's gonna have a good time here. Seeing red though, we might lose experiment 1, but I'm ready to risk losing it to a burn spell. Let's pass the turn. Sulfur Falls. Could be a blue-red Spellslinger. Okay. We're gonna take 1 here. Experiment 1 lives, which means we can deal 3 damage to him next turn. Okay, Overgrown Tomb. We'll pay the 2 life for that and play the Wine Constrictor. Go to combat, attack for 3. Pass the turn. Next turn we have choices. We can play Walking Ballista, and opponent sees that it's going to be hard for him to win. What are we planning to bring in? Well, Abrupt Decay seems very nice here. And Fatal Push as well. Could bring Thought Seizes on the draw. Maybe Dampened Spheres if this is blue-red Phoenix, but we're not sure yet, so just gonna bring in these for now. As a result, I think I'm gonna take out Voracious Hydras and Scavenging Oozes. We're bringing in a lot of removal, so Voracious Hydra could be redundant here in that sense. Definitely keeping Stone Cold Serpents, they are nice blockers for his flyers. And to drop 1, Azzot is gonna go. You're not worried about removal that much. This is what we're gonna submit with. Alrighty, we see Azzot, we see Pelt Collector, Ballista, Avatar, and 3 lands. Could be worse, so we're gonna keep this. He's also keeping 7. Mountain and Pass. Okay, so we get to play a Bloomin' Marsh. And Pelt Collector. If it gets killed, we'll play Wine Constrictor next turn. If it doesn't, we'll still play Wine Constrictor. Probably gonna be Shock on Pelt Collector, seems good. Opponent's turn. He needs a blue source right now. Sulfur Falls, and probably the Sprite again. Or Storm Chaser Mage, also is fine. Taking 1 here, which is okay. Alright, Stone Cold Serpent is not bad. Let's play a Swamp and play the Wine Constrictor for now. We'll take some damage before our next turn. That's okay. We'll play the Azzolith next with the Stone Cold Serpent, I guess. Monastery Swiftspear, so this is a variation of blue red Prowess. Not a variation, just straight up blue-red Prowess, I guess. Could block. There is a fear that he's gonna pump twice, or maybe pump once and kill the Constrictor here. Either way, I'm just happy to take the 2 or maybe 4 here. Depending on what he has. Shock. Going at the Constrictor, so he might have another spell. lined up for the Constructor, most probably. Otherwise it makes no sense to do that. Second shock, well I should say third shock. That's okay. So the Constructor ate 2 burn spells, that's 2 for 1, and we're taking 6 this turn. He's down to 1 card. And we have decent protection for his threats. Let's see, a Blooming Marsh is nice here. It plays Stonecold Serpent for 2, but I would rather have it for 3. We get Avatar next turn, so might as well. Azolet. Serpent for 2. Hopefully he doesn't have another shock. Highly doubt that. Let's pass the turn. We're not gonna block Monastery Swift Spear, but we'll cut down some damage from Storm Chaser Mage. Potential only taking 2 here. Attacking with Swift Spear alone. Not gonna risk it, I'll take the 2 or whatever he has. Taking 1 here, that's fine. And that's our turn. I play Ballista for 2 here now. Or I can play Avatar. But I would like Ballista. It's a pretty big threat, and we can block with a Stonecold Serpent next. Resolves, and we can pass the turn here. Just gonna go on defensive here for a little bit. No end of turn plays. Alright, that was a land drop for the turn. Not playing anything. Just fine by me. Got a Hardened Skills. I would definitely like to play that. Then we can play a second Ballista. Followed by Avatar next turn. Could probably even attack here as well, but I'll keep back. Serpent is the only thing that can block the Storm Chaser Mage, and we can finish it off with Ballista, just 1 counter. So I'll keep what I have and pass the turn here. I can clear up his board next turn by putting counters on Ballista. Attack with a Monastery Swift Spear, which I'm okay blocking with a Stonecold Serpent, I guess. Even if he has a burn spell, I can remove counters from Ballista to kill the Swift Spear. Has to have 3 burn spells in order to let the Swift Spear survive, I guess. Let's see what he has. I'm definitely casting something. Temur Battle Rage. On the Swift Spear. Oh, okay, let's kill the Swift Spear then. That resolved. And as long as the first counter resolved, I feel pretty safe. Whatever he has else to cast. Even if I have to lose my Ballista. Has another spell to play, which is a shock. Shock going at the Serpent. Let's kill the Swift Spear. Serpent is going to take a hit. I'm fine with that. Okay, that's gone. Get 2 counters on Ozolot. So Ballista is going to be a 4/4 next turn. And we can up it to a 6/6, which should be scary for him. Alright. Got a Woodland Samurai. Let's go to combat. Put the counters on Ballista. Yes. Attack with the Ballista. No blocks. We'll put a counter on the Ballista as well. And I can kill him now. Since that's out of the way, I feel pretty safe now. Alrighty, let's play another one. We'll do another league next week. Maybe Wednesday. Still floating in the air, but probably Wednesday. Hopefully we get a game soon. Not a lot of people playing right now, but I have hope. For those who are watching right now, don't forget to follow if you like the content, and subs would be fantastic. Helps out the channel, helps me make more content, helps me play more skills if that's your favorite archetype, because it happens to be mine. Going first here. Alrighty, so we have Swamp Woodland Cemetery, which is not great, since I would like to have a green source in a starting hand. Especially going first, this is going to be rough. I will mulligan this, hoping for a better hand. This is certainly a better hand. Going 6 cards versus 7. We will keep this, and we will drop down the Hydra here. Play this, and play the Pelt Collector. We'll pass the turn after this. Hopefully he's not playing Thoughtseize. That would mean we'll lose the Hardened Scales. Otherwise next turn we'll play Overgrown Tomb tap and the Hardened Scales if we don't draw anything good. So he's playing Abzan. Not sure what exactly, but something interesting probably. Let's play this tapped and the scales for the turn, and attack him for 1. Next turn we can play Ballista, that's gonna grow the Pelt Collector as well. With the possibility of getting a pretty big avatar on a turn after that. Now we're going to Tomb. We could lose this, or maybe not. Comes in tapped, probably has a push in hand. We got a second Ballista. So let's play 1. We're gonna see this push though. I guess not. Maybe yes, maybe no. No push yet. Let's see if we can attack with it. I guess he has the push. Bye bye the Pelt Collector. Yep. And we can pass the turn here. That's a Locked Wing. Night of Autumn. Well, that's gonna kill our Ballista or Hard Scales. Which is probably gonna be Ballista. Well, he targets the Scales. Okay. Scales is out. And it's our turn. We got a nozzle it. Not bad. Could play the Ballista now, or could play the Avatar. Ballista is slightly better. And get rid of that. And attack him for 1 more. Still has a bunch of gas in his hand, has 6 cards in hand. One of them being a land, and means he has 5. Or maybe no lands. Pilgrim's Eye. Searches for a basic land. Okay, so he gets a land to put on the field. Would love to see a land coming in next turn. Well, if not, we're gonna play Avatar. Send Stop Citadel. So he has a basic in hand. And he played this for the turn. Alright, let's see what we draw. Another Ballista. Let's see, if we play Avatar right now, we can attack with it next turn. For 5. Okay, let's pass the turn. Might see the Rhino right now. Or it could be something even worse. Grizzly Salvage, okay. Yeah, there is a Rhino. Which I'm pretty sure he's gonna choose. No, Rhino goes to Graveyard. Push goes to Graveyard. Forest and Temple Garden goes to Graveyard. He has Satyr in his hand right now. Which I'm guessing he's gonna play right now too. Don't have any more info in his hand. Vivian Monsters Advocate. Okay. So these go to Graveyard. Another Siege Rhino goes to Graveyard, and he has Plains in hand. It's not bad, although I have no idea what he has to bring them in here. It'll be Abzan Graveyard. No attacks. Alright. Got a Bloomin' Marsh. Could have been better. Let's go to combat and attack him for 5. Don't really feel like playing Ballista for 1 here. Since next turn we can play it for 2. We can play Ballista for 1 here and up another Ballista next turn. Or the same one. He's taking 5 here. In case there is a board wipe, I don't want to play my Ballista. You never know what the opponent might have. So we'll keep that. For now we have decent pressure going on him. Yorion going to hand. So he really wants to flicker these, I guess. No attacks. Still has that land in hand. We got another Avatar. Which I could play right now. Although I want to clear this up, so we'd have to sacrifice a Ballista for that. We could attack for 7 here. This way Yorion is not going to have targets to flicker. and we can hit him for 7. Putting close to lethal. That's a lot of mana. Eerie Ultimatum. Alright, well that's gonna do it for him. 2 Siege Rhinos and a couple of 1/1s, as well as Vivians. That's certainly scary. Jeez. I only picked 1 Siege Rhino. Guess he thinks that's enough. That's quite nasty. That's my Azzlet. Yep. Forgot about his Vivian though. And now he remembered. We got another 3/3 token on the field right now. Got a Scavenging Ooze, but unfortunately Scavenging Ooze doesn't do that much for us right now. Could play the Ooze in. Get rid of several of these. Though Yorion coming in next turn is a problem. Guess we're gonna have to pass here. I got a ton of value of that Eerie Ultimatum. Explore trigger. Can play this Siege Rhino right now, but he decided to dump it. Considering I took out my Soul Guide Lanterns, it's kind of hard to be playing against this deck without graveyard control here. But we are slow, regardless, pretty slow, way too many ballistas. Yorion. And searches for a Siege Rhino. Should have one more in the deck. Nissa, okay. Well, I'm done with this game, so let's go to the sideboard. I'm not gonna give him pleasure of playing this out. I like the Thoughtseize. Not the Golgari Charms, the Thoughtseizes. And Duress. Could take Assassin's Trophy too. Golgari Charms, okay, I guess. Removing his 1/1s. Although potentially killing my 1/1s too, so... Yeah, let's not play with that. Hydra can come out, and we'll just go this way, I think. Definitely want to see Scavenging Oozes in my open hand. This is gonna be pretty hard mulligan. That's a mulligan. That's also a mulligan. Not getting better. Guess that's gonna be a keep. Play with that. Play the hardened skills here. Pass the turn. I don't think he's gonna be playing Thoughtseizes. Let's play the Ballista. I want to play Duress right before he can Ultimatum. So that would be before he hits 7 lands. So I'll give him a chance to draw it. Let's pass the turn here. Let's get a Wayfinder. Got a Siege Rhino, Raska, and there's the Eerie Ultimatum. He grabs the Scent Step Citadel. Then it's our turn. We got a Forest, which means we can pretty freely play the Avatar. Go to combat and attack him for 2. Could use the rest right now actually, but I'm concerned about Eerie Ultimatum, so I'll hold on to it. He has the push, he has the push. Alright, so he's blocking, chump blocking here. It's great for us. You know, he has the send step. Just suboptimal for him, since it's a tap land. There's Urberg. Not worried about black color anymore. It seems like he's passing. Okay. Well, we got another avatar, which I'm happy to play here. No white color. That's also great. Let's hit him for 7, at least try. If he has a fatal push, he has a fatal push. Should have used it before I cast, before this hit the battlefield. Yeah, opponent is saying oops, so I'm guessing that could be it. He has the push, but he should have used it already. Avatar is gonna get pushed here. Swift-handed. Alright. That's gonna get swift-handed. It's gonna take 2. And we will pass the turn. There is the Godless Shrine, so maybe a Rhino is gonna hit right now. Or the Rider. Or even a Chupacabra. Okay. That's gonna hit the Avatar. Most certainly. Yeah. A lot of removal. Got a Thoughtseize. Let's use the Thoughtseize right now. See what he has overall. Siege Rhino. Green Warden. Jadelight and Vivian. Which I don't think he's going to be able to play Vivian next turn. And we can grab Vivian with Duress if we need to. Siege Rhino is pretty hard blocker. This could mean a lot of value for him too. Green Warden, he's pretty far from that, but if he hits the Jadelight Ranger, he might be getting a ton of lands from that. Although I don't think I can stop him from playing that actually. Out of all of these right now, this is a hard no, so let's pass the turn here. Not gonna play Duress yet. Attacking for 2. Guess we'll take the 2. It's gonna be Jadelight. Nissa. Alright. Would have to play the Duress for Vivian next turn. Got a Cemetery though. Which means we can clear out both Nissa and Ravenous Chupacabra here. Also has Green Warden for next turn too. Let's go to combat and hit him for 4. It's gonna be a chump block. Seems okay. Hope we draw a land next turn, and he doesn't draw a removal. That's another condition for us to do something here. If he plays Vivian, that's fine. If he plays Green Warden, that's going to be a problem, being a 5/4. There's a Green Warden. He's gonna grab Eerie Ultimatum most probably. Yeah. We can have that. It's got an Eerie Ultimatum. We got Scales. Not helpful yet, but it might come in handy later on. I would like to duress him now too. It's got a Godless Shrine. Alright, let's get rid of Eerie Ultimatum. And I don't think I have to attack here. Definitely don't want to kill his Green Warden here. So we'll just pass the turn. The play here would be probably to up the Ballista until we get 14. He doesn't get any more value. Can't play Yorion yet to flicker the Green Warden. And if we draw a Scavenging Ooze, that would be pretty good too. Attack for 7. Seems decent. Could kill this right now. Or I can just take 7. I think he has another Eerie Ultimatum. Or maybe not. Charming Prince it is. Okay. Yeah, we'll have to kill that now. And let him flicker that. Even though he's gonna get the Eerie Ultimatum back. There's a chance we draw Scavenging Ooze and we can get rid of at least a couple of cards that could be problematic. Pretty lucky draws, having Eerie Ultimatum both games. Plays the Vivian too. This mid-range plan is outvaluing us a lot here, especially with the a life gain team too. Wine Constructor doesn't do much. Alright, I think this is close to finish. He can pretty much deal almost lethal to us next turn. And we have no way of defending ourselves. Let's play one more. Certainly lack of graveyard control has hit us those games. Scavenging Ooze came in pretty late in game 1, otherwise we would have had it. Three Ozlets in an opening hand. That's quite epic. Let's keep that. Guess this is fine. This is a keepable hand. A Woodland Cemetery is nice. Let's pass the turn. It's gonna be a slow hand. Hopefully we can outvalue him, since we're playing second. Creeping Trailblazer. Seems like elementals. Could kill that now. Or not kill him at all for now. Let's play Wine Constrictor and pass. Could have a pretty big ballista coming up. Seems like Gruul elementals. I'm surprised he doesn't have a third color in there. Domri. Okay, so he's gonna attack, and he's potentially gonna remove Wine Constructor if he feels necessary. Yep. Well, that's 1 for 1, I'll take that. Experiment 1. That's great. I'll take that for sure. Let's play Cemetery. Experiment 1. Ballista. Kill Domri. Pass the turn. I can hit him for 5 next turn. Searing Blood. That's not gonna happen. Alright. That didn't work as he planned it would. And another Creeping Trailblazer. Alright. That's okay. We got another Experiment 1. That's great. We're gonna pay life for this, play the Experiment 1, and play Stonekill Serpent for 3. Evolving both of these, and we can attack him for 5. Which he's not gonna block, of course. We have decent blockers for him. Yep. Sideboard. So in a sideboard, definitely Abrupt Decays. On the draw, I'll bring in the Thought Seizes and Fatal Pushes too. That would be it, I think, here. Now what are we taking out? Voracious Hydra stays in, Stone Cold stays in, Scavenging Ooze can come out. And I feel like we can drop Rishkar. Or potentially a couple of Pelt Collectors on the draw here, especially. This should be fine to go in with. More black heavy, but I'm sure we can figure this out. Well, that's not gonna work, so that's a mulligan. We both are mulliganing down to 6. We got 2 experiment ones, a ballista and a wine constrictor. We'll definitely keep this, and we'll let the Llanowar Waste go on the bottom. It's not a bad hand. Hopefully we don't see a Searing Blood coming in on turn 2. Got a Hardened Scales though. Let's play Experiment 1 here. Pass the turn. Next turn we'll play Hardened Scales and Experiment 1. In turn 3 it's going to be Winding Constrictor. Creeping Trailblazer is fine. An Azolet. Let's play Hardened Scales, Experiment 1. Pass the turn. If we draw a land, that'd be great to play Azolet into Winding Constrictor. It doesn't remove the Experiment 1, both of them are going to be 4/4s next turn. Cinder Vines is okay. He can kill my Hardened Scales here, but I'm okay with that. This is what he's determined to do. We'll take 2 here, down to 15, but he's going down to 14 next turn. Sure. Alright, our turn. We drew a Ballista, so we'll just play Winding Constrictor here. 2 Evolve triggers, combat, and swing for 6. 14/14. There's Domri. I don't know if he's gonna want to do a 1-for-1 again. If so, then we're in pretty good position. Decides to get a mana, so he's gonna play another thing right now. Lightning Strike. Alright, we'll regenerate. It's totally fine. Probably gonna attack. It's good for us, I'm just gonna take it. We'll remove Domri next turn and we'll play Ballista. Hydra I'm not happy to see. Let's play Ballista. Experiment 1 is coming back to 3. Could kill that, but for now we're just gonna attack Domri. Let's attack Domri as well and attack him for 3. Okay. 11-11 for now. We have slight advantage. We got it. Alright, so now, after seeing these couple plays, let's go ahead and I think we're gonna try this list now. The Dorks list. And I don't think I'm gonna switch anything in here. Just gonna keep it the way I had it lined up. I don't know if we played him already, but we did, that's fine. Not sure if I switched out the deck. I did not. Let's go ahead and switch the deck though. Switch it up to the Dorks. See if this guy is online. Possibly not, so let's wait for a match and we're gonna test out Dorks for a couple of matches. And then we'll jump in as promised to the spoilers, followed by a little bit of arena. Okay, so we got only Planeswalkers in our opener. No Llanowar Elves, no Elvish Mystics. 3 lands though. We go in second. I will keep this. Could have been worse. No hard skills, but it's worth trying out. You never know what you draw. There's a Ballista. Play Blue and Marsh into Izzet. It's gonna be an opt. There's the opt. Trying to think what we play next. We could play Ballista here. Or we could just hold on to it, but Ballista seems like a smart play here. Sprite Dragon is not that good. I'll take the 1. Voracious Hydra. Fine, I'll play Ballista. Not sure if I'm gonna kill this yet, since there's a better way to kill it with the Voracious Hydra. For now, I think we'll play Overrun Tomb and Nissa. I think we played this guy before. Second Sprite Dragon. He's going to attack for 2. I'll take the 2 and see if he plays anything on top of that. Doesn't seem like it. Alright. Well, we got a land always. Let's play that. Play Nissa. Could -2 here, although I'm afraid he's gonna respond with a spell, forcing us to -1 ballista. And then Nissa is gonna die. But let's try it out. He has an opt. Just evaluating my choices. Trading this would be okay. He's gonna hit Nissa with the Sprite Dragon next turn. And the turn after that we can play Voracious Hydra, doubling the counters. Vivian after that, and deal damage to the Sprite Dragon if that happens. Don't want it to grow further, so what's gonna happen? Voracious Hydra for 2. Doubling up to 4. There is a chance he's not gonna play an Uncrucious Spell here too. Wow, another Sprite Dragon. Okay. Well, at least we're gonna be able to kill one. This should hit me, and that should hit Nissa. Question is if he's gonna pump them up right now or not. Both attacking Nissa? Okay. Karn's Bastion. Well, let's see. That's a little bit of a change of plans here, I guess. Since we can play Hydra, it's gonna be a 4/5. Take a lot of damage next turn though. Or we can play Nissa here, which is gonna die. Let's get that on the field. And I think I'm gonna delete the Sprite Dragon though. He might have a burn spell though. Lightning Axe, okay. That's gonna do it. Well, we're gonna get 2 counters on the Azalet though. Not fantastic, but at least something. It's weird that even though this is a May ability, I still have to choose a target. Okay. Where's the Phoenix? Taking a whole lot of damage here. Suddenly need to bring a lot of removal and some graveyard control next turn, next game. Wow. Let me get all the Planeswalkers. Alright. Certainly not cannot win with the Planeswalkers alone here. Let's bring this in as well. I think I want Dampen Spheres too. And Fatal Pushes as well. Now, to take out, it's going to be Evolutionary Leap. We'll drop the Rush cards, way too slow here. Couple Vivians, and definitely all misses. And that's going to be it. Terrible hand to start with. Slightly better. I'll keep this. Pass the turn. This deck is playing slightly more lands, so I'm okay with him killing Elvish Mystic if he decides to. Got a Scavenger News. It's pretty good. Let's put this in past the turn. It's going to be upped at the end of step. And then if we draw a land, we can get Ballista on the field, plus Fatal Push for wherever he's going to play. I'll not play Scavenger News until he has the Phoenixes in graveyard. Put a card in the bottom. That means he doesn't want it on the next turn. There's a chance he kept a slow hand. Sulfur Falls. Suspect a Sprite Dragon, yeah. We'll take one. Not a big deal. Then the Sprite Dragon is gonna die to Walking Ballista. Got a second Voracious Hydra. Play Ballista. See if he wants to block. He didn't attack, which is a mistake. Okay. Well, I guess the mistake upset him too much. We go on a play. And I think I can drop a Hydra or the Azzolith. We drop the Evolutionary Leaps. And I think it's okay to drop Azzolith here. We're going slightly different route. Let's bring in Thought Seizes. And go this way. Okay. Two lands. Two Scales, a Walker, Scavenger News, and Voracious Hydra. I'll try it. Untapped. There's an opt once more. Let's play this untapped. Play the Hardened Scales. Two Karn's Bastions, that's weird. No opted end step, so I don't know why he shocked this in. Maybe he has a shock in his hand or something else. He was expecting a creature for sure. Chartic Horse, Hardcast. Okay. Possibly has Arclight Phoenixes in the hand. Wild Slash, okay, that's what he kept this land open. Well, now that he got rid of that, I'll be happy to play my Hangback Walker. Or we could play Hardened Scales here. Elvish Mystic. Slightly not on time. We will play that. Pass the turn, I guess. Next turn, if he doesn't kill the Mystic, we can get Karn's Bastion. Play the Hardened Scales. Play the Hangback Walker, which is gonna enter as a 3/3. And we can also attack for one. Riel. Okay. I could try to kill Riel here with the Voracious Hydra. This could be good. I don't want to cash in Ballista for it. Let's see, if I play Scales, I cannot play Voracious Hydra after that. So I'll have to Voracious Hydra in. kill that. That's the turn. Next turn, skills into Hangback Walker. Or Scavenger News. No, definitely not Scavenger News. We need more green sources for this. But we have this anyways. Well, let's play one more. Since we have the game right away. We got our first play. No Llanowar Elves, no Dorks. But we do have 2 skills affecting a Nissa. I'll keep this. Ethan here is still deciding. Okay, and we'll pass the turn. Next turn, Winding Constructor. Ooh, Bloomer Marsh. There'd be skills as well. Elvish Mystic. Okay, it's an interesting start. We got a Ballista. I'm tempted to play Ballista here. Get rid of his Mystic. This could slow him down enough. Let's kill that. Pass the turn. Let's see if this slowed him down efficiently. Second Blooming Marsh. Elvish Visionary. Okay. Can have that. I think this is Elfball. We got another Ballista, but I will play Nissa here. We will -2 Nissa. Go to combat and attack him for 3. See if he wants to block. No blocks. We'll pass the turn. Llanowar Waste. Gnarlroot Trapper. Can pay 1 life, add a green mana. Target attack and elf you control gains Death Touch. Okay. Cannot do anything right now. And will most certainly die. Dwyn and Sully. Well, now is the time to kill both of these. This way he's not gonna get another elf. And we can kill this next turn. We have a repetitive cannon. Castle Garen Brick is fun. What do we want to do now? Well, this is going to do +1. Could play a Ballista for 2. Could play a Winding Constructor here. This is what we're going to go with. Hopefully not too many elves are going to come in next turn. And we'll pass the turn here. We'll get a land, we can cast Ballista for 3 next turn and also put a counter from Nissa. No attacks. Well, that's a bummer, but that's okay. I will be able to clear up the board next turn. No attacks, of course, and pass the turn. We got an elf of our own. Although I think what we're gonna do here is Play the Mystic. -2 Nissa. Play another Nissa. And we will also -2 this one. And we got it. This is pretty huge ballistic and clear up the whole board, and we can attack for a lot of damage. Let's go to sideboard. Fatal pushes in. I don't think I want anything else. It's gonna be just the fatal pushes. I will. I want to keep the Vivians and I want to keep the Misses in. Definitely Voracious Hydras. I will come back on the Hangaback Walkers though. He's playing the elves that can deal damage to me just from having too many elves on the field, so we have to kill the elves. I forgot what was the name of that green-black elf. This seems good. A lot of removal, hardened skills, elvish mystic, and a bunch of lands. This is certainly keep. Keep this. Both starting with 7. Evolutionary Leap. Play Bloom and Marsh into Elvish Mystic. He's gotta be jealous now. And then we have 2 fatal pushes lined up. Mythos. Okay. Elvish Visionary. I want my Ballista here. That's a Bloom and Marsh. Can take that. Let's play Hardened Skills. We could attack here. See if he wants to block. And trade my Mystic for his Visionary. He doesn't. So we get 1 free damage through. Definitely fatal pushing something this turn. Dwynen's Elite. I don't want too many elves, so we'll fatal push this. This way he doesn't make another elf on top of that. Got a Vivian, which we could play right now. Counters on the Elvish Mystic, but it's not really necessary. Let's play Llanowar Waste, play Evolutionary Leap. Fast turn. Elvish Mystic could always pay for its own Evolutionary Leap. So we don't want to use the Overgrown Tomb here. Instead, I would like to cash in the Elvish Mystic. Westvale Abbey. Oh, that's not going to be helpful for you now. He's going to attack for 2. Or not. And I think we should push this. we will also use the evolutionary leap. If we're getting a decent creature out of it. Yeah, Voracious Hydra is nice. And step. Got another hardened skills. Let's play the tomb tapped. Play the skills. And we can pass the turn. Not gonna play my Hydra Oblivion right now. Can go slow with this. Surprised he didn't play any elves last turn. Collected Company, maybe? Yeah. Alright. Collected Company is fine. Blight Beetle, okay. Gotta find my third Fatal Push, I guess. And a Shaman of the pack. The Blight Beetle is a problem. Didn't expect that. Taking 4 here. Should have played the Voracious Hydra last turn, but you never know what he's gonna get. And a Steel Leaf Champion, okay. The Forest is not helpful. I have to play the Hydra here. Not sure if the Blight Beetle stops Hydra from coming in with counters. Although it is true for skills, so I would think it's true, but since we're doing practice matches, I'm happy to see if that's the case. Alright, so that's the case, and this doesn't really matter. Let's pass the turn. Trying to think what can help us out right now, but nothing really comes to mind out of creatures, unfortunately. Alright, so we're gonna set up a block like this. Sack this to the Evil Leap. Got a lot of elves. That's a shame. Vulcan Ballista is also not good. Well, Blight Beetle stopped us pretty effectively. Let's see, do we have any other solution for the Blight Beetle? Thought Seizes, maybe. Scavenger Ooze doesn't help. Assassin's Trophy cannot deal with it. Fatal Push is probably the only thing that can deal with the Blight Beetle. Cut back on a couple of these and this one. Just a couple of these. Alright, that'll be this way. Hopefully we are not gonna see a Blight Beetle. Wouldn't be surprised if he mulligans down to 4 just for the Blight Beetle. Let's go first. Got a Thoughtseize, Scales Constrictor, but only one land. Suboptimal. This is slightly better. It's gonna be a keep with me putting a Lenovo Waste on the bottom. Mulligan's down to 6 as well. Keeps the 6. Let's play the elves. Pass the turn. We could Thoughtseize him next turn, hopefully hit the beetle. Or Collected Company. Or anything at this point. So a line of elves. Forest could play Rishkar here and attack. But then I risk facing a Blight Beetle. Or I could Voracious Hydra kill the Lenovo elves. At least this is gonna slow him down a little bit. And now we'll see if I did the right choice not playing Thoughtseize. I don't know. I don't know. That was the wrong choice. Yeah, Duress is not gonna help me now. Two Shamans and an Elvish Clan Caller. At least we can attack here for 1. Hopefully he blocks. Just testing. So apparently he doesn't know exactly what protection does, and that's okay. Oh, it doesn't matter, it has trample, my bad. Even if he defends blocks with a protected creature from green, the damage still is gonna hit him. Elvish Clan Caller. Got a Walking Ballista, that doesn't help me right now. Quite frankly, I think the only thing that can help me now is Rishkar, even though I'm not gonna get counters on it. Oh, I'm gonna Thoughtseize him either way right now. He has way too many Shamans, so we gotta hit 1. Also has Steel Leaf Champion. I guess it's gonna be Steel Leaf Champion. Do I want to play Rishkar now? I don't think so. I'll just pass the turn. See what else he's gonna play. He might brick on lands. We might draw a Fatal Push. That'd be good. Got the land, so he's gonna play Shaman now. Pretty big body. Taking 1 here. Gotta get the Fatal Push now. You are not a Fatal Push. But I guess you're the only thing I can play now. Well, we have 1 more turn to get the Fatal Push. He's got luckier than we did. Definitely don't see any competitor decks playing the Blight Beetle, so Not really worried about that much. Ugh. This will hurt. At least we get to put more cards in our hand. We got one fatal push that was in between those cards. We'll take one here, we'll have to discard, and the discard is going to be Reshkar in this case. Play the Wine Constructor. I played the Voracious Hydra here, but that's okay. Taking 5 here. Not gonna block this. Yet another Voracious Hydra. Which we have to play for the blocks. Pass the turn. Collective Company. That's devastating. Next turn we can play another Shaman. That will deal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage to our face, 7 for the attacks. This is essentially lethal. It was fun while it lasted, but the Blight Beetle got us. So of the new spoilers, we have a couple of different cards. Teferi and Liliana was spoilered. Major thing Teferi, the fact that it can activate loyalty abilities as a flash is a big thing. Drawing discarding cards is fun. Only 3 loyalty for 4 mana though, but at -10 it takes 2 extra turns. Chromatic Orrery is similar to Vidalcan Worry, but it adds 5 regular mana, and the mana can be spent as it was any mana color, and for 5 and tap you get to draw a card for each mana color. Another new card was Veto and Teferi's Ageless Insight. Veto is sort of like a what was that enchantment? Whenever you gain life, opponent is going to lose that much life. Definitely an interesting card, especially on a creature, and then creatures get lifelink. Could be a big EDH thing, especially for 3 mana. And Teferi's Ageless Insight I'm not going to cover, it's not that exciting. Indulgent Patrician is certainly super fun. Basically, at the end step, if you gain 3 or more life, similar to the 1-drop Vampire that came out in the other core set, each opponent is going to lose 3 life, and as opponent loses 3 life, due to the lifelink, you're also going to get 3 life. Unfortunately, it doesn't stack, so it's only going to happen once per its own ability. Spark Hunter Manticore is sort of like anti-Planeswalker spell. We have Deteriorate, which hits creatures and Planeswalkers of converting mana cost 3 or less. We've seen spoiler for Ugin and Baneslayer Angel, but we also have a reprint of Azusa, which is fun. As you can see, it's right now at $25, but it'll definitely go down being at a rare. And it's definitely worth pickup. That's a major green EDH card. Ruined Halo is spoilered, and Fierce Empire is also being reprinted. Tarmut's Crypt is also getting a reprint, which is great, but there's so many of them that they're not expensive at all. But it's always fun to have a playset. Different arts for Teferi, which you can notice by the background, different in the color and the drawing style as well. What else? We got the Lilianas with different art, and there is Rin and Seri, which is a buy a box for the dogs and cats tribal decks, which is going to be a new thing. This is probably going to be a pretty popular card. And that's about it. Not even going to talk about the Planeswalker decks. Those are pretty underpowered usually. But overall, this is mostly what's going to get reprinted. Also, as an update, there hasn't been any Hardened Scales decks that made the lists of these weeks for either League or Preliminary. And even for this championship, there was no Golgari list. There was one Golgari Aggro, but this is the collected company list.